Why must every Sigma male master street smarts to survive in a world that refuses to bow to their autonomy? The thumbnail's message cuts through the noise. Sigmas need street smart grit, not as an option, but as oxygen. Independence defines a Sigma, a sovereign force navigating life's chaos. Yet that very sovereignty marks him as prey. The world isn't a forgiving mentor. It's a gauntlet of invisible trials, masked agendas, and wolves-scenting vulnerability. Book smarts might earn applause or introspection, but street smarts? They are the anchor when the earth fractures beneath your feet. This isn't mere survival. It's decoding humanity's shadow language, the micro-gesture that screams deceit, the hunted grin veiling malice, the Trojan horse disguised as camaraderie. A Sigma thrives beyond the herd, but solitude demands a predator's nest. Without it, freedom morphs into a weakness, hunted by those who confuse self-reliance and naivety. Truth cuts deep. Intellect without instinct is a trophy blade, gleaming, but dull when battle cries erupt. Street smarts are the Sigma's exoskeleton, tempered not in lecture halls but in the furnace of raw experience. They dictate when to strike, vanish, or let silence scream louder than words. They separate the lone wolf who radiates authority from the wanderer circling demise. The world owes no fairness. It's a labyrinth of illusions, and only those fluent in human nuance claim victory. Power favors no dreamer. It bows to the perceptive, the agile, those who dismantle facades while standing unshaken. This isn't fear. It's finesse. Paranoia distorts, but street smarts crystallize clarity, transforming traps into stepping stones. A Sigma doesn't just endure. He dominates, because independence is his bedrock. Street smarts, the impenetrable fortress. Stakes? Sky high. Misjudge a face, misplace trust, or overlook a signal, and sovereignty collapses. Master it, you become invincible, a strategist walking his path not on impulse, but with precision. Survival for a Sigma isn't a trophy. It's a discipline, a relentless upgrade. Not a tool for crises, but a second skin, exposed in the world fractures and hidden doors. The streets, concrete or societal, don't care about your morals or genius. They crown the vigilant, the chameleon, those who outthink storms before they brew. So if you're ready to armor your autonomy, to forge solitude into supremacy, this video is your blueprint. Here at the Sigma male community, we dissect why street smarts aren't just survival gear for Sigmas. They're the currency of power, the shield, and the legacy. 1. Controlled misdirection. Imagine a chessboard where every piece thinks it's a king, but you're the unseen hand moving them all. Controlled misdirection isn't about lying for kicks. It's about orchestrating perception so others dance to your tune without ever hearing the music. The Sigma male thrives in this shadow play, letting loudmouths puff their chests and egos inflate, all while he plants seeds of doubt or distraction. He's not the guy yelling in the spotlight. He's the one dimming the light so you miss the blade until it's too late. This is power stripped bare, raw, quiet, and devastating. While others exhaust themselves in petty showdowns, the Sigma conserves his energy, feeding just enough bait to keep the game tilted his way. He knows the real fight isn't won with fists or words, but with minds bent to his will. When the moment strikes, he flips the board, and suddenly everyone's wondering how they lost a game they didn't even know they were playing. That's not deception, that's mastery. 2. Mastery of resourcefulness. Picture yourself stranded. No map, no safety net. Just you and the wild unknown. The Sigma male doesn't flinch. He forges a path from scraps others overlook. Resourcefulness isn't some cute survival trick. It's a feral instinct to bend chaos into order, to claw opportunity from the jaws of disaster. Here's the guy who turns a broken bottle into a weapon, a rumor into leverage, a dead end into a doorway. The world's his toolbox, and as a craftsman no crisis can outwit. This isn't about waiting for rescue or whining for help. It's about owning your fate. While the helpless panic, he's already 3 moves ahead, piecing together solutions with the predator's calm. He doesn't need permission or handouts. He takes what's there and makes it his. That self-made resilience is what sets him apart. Unbreakable, untamed, a force that thrives where others crumble. In a system rigged to chain you, he's the one who's already slipped the lock. 3. Risks of walking alone. Freedom's a double-edged blade. Cut too deep, and you're bleeding out with no one to stitch you up. Walking alone makes the Sigma a ghost in the machine, untied to anyone's leash, but it paints a target on his back for every vulture circling. The manipulators, the grifters, the smiling snakes, they smell the lone wolf a mile off, ready to sink their hooks into someone with no pack to howl for backup. Independence is his crown, but it's forged in a fire most can't withstand. Yet, he's not naive enough to ignore the heat. He walks with eyes in the back of his head, spotting the traps before they snap shut, the fake allies, the hunted deals, the quiet betrayals that prey on solitude. He doesn't need a crew. He needs clarity, a razor-sharp sense of who's a shadow and who's a threat. The Sigma who survives this gauntlet doesn't just endure. He turns isolation into a fortress, untouchable because it's already seen every move coming. 4. Ruthless Efficiency. Time's a thief, and the Sigma doesn't let it pick his pockets. Ruthless efficiency isn't about rushing. It's about slicing through life's clutter with a surgeon's precision, leaving no room for doubt or delay. He doesn't mull over endless options or beg for approval. He reads a play, picks his shot, and fires. The streets don't wait for you to get comfortable. They strike, and he strikes back faster, a predator who knows hesitation is death. This is where the weak falter and the strong rise. While others drown in overthinking, he's already moved on, leaving bodies of wasted chances in his wake. It's not cruelty, it's clarity, knowing what matters, cutting what doesn't, and acting before the window slams shut. Efficiency isn't just a skill. It's his lifeline, the rhythm of a mind that owns every second. In a world choking on indecision, he's a blade that cuts straight through. 5. Avoiding naivety. The world's a carnival of masks, and believing the smiles is how you end up the fool. Naivety isn't innocence. It's a death sentence, a wide-open door for every shark to swim through. The Sigma male doesn't buy the handshake or the sob story. He sees the teeth behind the grin, the angle behind the offer. Trust is a coin he rarely spends, and when he does, it's after he's weighed it twice and found it solid. He's not paranoid, he's awake. Skepticism is his shield, forged in a reality that punishes the soft-hearted. He doesn't hate the game, he just refuses to lose it, testing every word, every gesture, until the mask slip. The con men and charmers thrive on the gullible, but is a wall they crash against, unfooled, unmoved, unbreakable. This isn't about shutting out the world. It's about seeing it for what it is and staying one step ahead. The Sigma who dodges naivety doesn't just survive. He rules the shadows. You, yes, you, watching this on the Sigma Male Community channel. Pause for a second and look at yourself. Whether you're a Sigma carved from stone or someone clawing toward that edge, this is your wake-up call. You've already grasped how to dodge the traps of trust and dance between visibility and shadow. But surviving isn't enough. It's time to wield the unseen forces that bend the game your way. Right here, on this channel, you're about to unlock the next level, because the real power isn't just in standing apart. It's in twisting the world to fit your grip. 6. Leveraging favors without debt. Favors aren't gifts, they are strings, and the Sigma cuts them before they tie him down. He plays the social game like a phantom, trading moves that look generous but leave him free. He'll help you, sure, but it's his choice, his terms. No IOUs, no guilt trips. He knows every handshake's a ledger, and he keeps his side clean, turning allies into assets without ever owing a dime. It's not cold, it's calculated freedom. This is influence without chains. When he takes a favor, it's a tool, not a debt, flipped into his advantage before anyone can claim a hold. He's the guy who gets the info, the hookup, the edge, all while slipping out of obligation's grasp. The Sigma who masters this walks through life unburdened, a king of give and take who never kneels. In a world obsessed with leverage, he's the one who never gets leveraged. 7. Knowing when to be ruthless. Kindness can be a noose if you don't know when to slip it off. The Sigma male isn't here to play savior. He knows when to draw the line, when to sever the dead weight dragging him down. Ruthlessness isn't rage. It's precision, a cold-eyed choice to protect his path over feeding someone else's. He'll cut a tie, drop a deal, or walk away from a sinking ship without a backward glance, not because he enjoys it, but because he has to. This is survival's brutal math. Clinging to loyalty past its expiration date is how you drown. Letting go is how you rise. He doesn't waste breath explaining or apologizing. He acts, and the world adjusts. The Sigma who knows when to be ruthless isn't a villain. He's a realist, guarding his energy like gold in a thief's den. In a game where softness gets you eaten, he's the one still standing when the dust settles. 8. Intelligence alone isn't enough. Brains are a spark, but without street fire, they fizzle out fast. Intelligence is a shiny toy, great for puzzles, useless against a hustler who's already sized you up. The Sigma male gets that book smarts don't dodge punches or sniff out lies. They just make you a smarter mark. He pairs his mind with instincts, turning raw IQ into a weapon that cuts through the real world's haze. Street smarts aren't optional. They're the edge that makes intellect deadly. He reads the room, not just a page, catching the flicker of deceit or the weight of a pause. While the genius debates theory, he's already mapped the exits in the players, moving before they know their prey. The Sigma who fuses both isn't just clever. He's untouchable, a mind that doesn't just think but conquers. 9. Blending in versus standing out. Invisibility is a cloak, but so is a spotlight. Wear them wrong, and you're dead. The Sigma male doesn't chase attention or hide from it. He wields both like twin blades, slicing through the moment's demands. He'll fade into the crowd to watch, to listen, to let others spill their secrets, then step forward with a presence that stops hearts cold. It's not about ego, it's about control, picking when is a ghost and when is a god. This dance is his art. Blending in, he's the shadow no one tracks. Standing out, he's a force no one forgets. He doesn't let the world decide his role. He scripts it, shifting gears with a predator's grace. The Sigma who masters this doesn't just play the game. He rewrites it, leaving everyone guessing where he'll strike next. In a sea of peacocks and wallflowers, he's the phantom who owns them both. 10. Surviving any environment. The Sigma isn't tethered to one turf. He's the storm that rages anywhere. Concrete jungles, corporate cages, back alley brawls. He doesn't just adapt. He dominates, bending every scene to his will. He's not the guy clinging to comfort. He's the one who reads the wind, learns the rules, then breaks them to fit his stride. From silk suits to grit, he's the same beast, unfazed, unbowed, unstoppable. Adaptability is his venom. While others cling to their safe zones, he flows like water, carving paths through stone. He studies the players, cracks the code, and turns the odds into his playground. The Sigma who survives any environment doesn't just endure. He thrives, a shapeshifter who turns every battlefield into his throne. In a world that traps the rigid, he's the one who's already gone when you look twice. 11. Survival is a lifestyle. Survival isn't a switch you flip. It's a pulse in your veins every damn day. The Sigma male doesn't clock out of the game. He lives it, eyes sharp, senses alive, every step a calculated day. The world a proving ground, and is not here to coast. He's here to conquer, turning every threat into a lesson, every win into fuel. This isn't paranoia. It's power, a life where vigilance is the air he breathes. This mindset rewires you. The streets don't forgive slackers, and he doesn't either. Always scanning, always moving, always ready. He's not just staying alive. He's crafting a legacy of iron will, where every choice carved is freedom deeper. The Sigma who embraces survival as a lifestyle doesn't stumble through chaos. He dances through it, untouchable, a king in a world of pawns. Street smarts aren't just a skill for the Sigma male. They're the armor that turns independence into invincibility. You've learned it while reading people, spotting hidden agendas, and moving with precision are essential for survival. The world won't hand you power or respect. You have to claim it by seeing reality as it is. Now, sharpen your instincts and walk your path with eyes wide open. If this video hit home, drop a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the Sigma Male community for more hard truths. Survival isn't about being the smartest, it's about being the sharpest. Stay aware, stay ahead,